Finally, we're having a look at the trucker's hitch. Trucker's hitch is really important for us because what it's going to enable us to do is take a piece of cordage and stretch it between 2 points and make sure that ridge line is really tight. So what we're going to do today is have a look at it under the camera before getting it onto the field, because there's pieces of it that can be a little bit confusing. Let's have a closer look. Alright, the first thing we got to do is get a bowline knot on this side of the cordage so we have a loop that doesn't go anywhere. Now, if you haven't seen the video I did on how to type a bowline knot, I'll leave a link right up here. But quite simply, we're going to start off by giving the working end a little bit of slack. Going to grab it like this, cross right over left. Now with that loop, it's going to fall right down over the standing end, and we're going to bring it through so you have this kind of weird shape like this. Now once we have it like this, we're going to take the working end, sneak it right through here, and then we're going to grab right here. Okay, we're going to grab that and grab right here and then just pull with the standing end. And that's going to give us our bowline loop. Let me show you what to do next. Here is our improvised tree trunk. Here is the bowline we just made. I'm going to wrap it around the tree just like that. Now with the standing end, you're just going to thread it through that loop we just made, and it's going to make a loop on this side. Now when we're in the field, we can use tent pegs, branches on the ground, sticks. What we're trying to do is use it as a toggle. It's going to slip right in here, and that's just going to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. It's going to be very secure. When we really crank down on it, it's going to stop anything from becoming undone. But if we do need a quick disconnect, we just pull out the toggle, and it all goes away. Alright, so we got the bowline knot on that tree trunk. We don't have to worry about that side anymore. It is secure. Now we got to worry about this improvised tree trunk right here. Ooh, yeah. So the next step is to step off, I would say in the field, about 1.5 to 2 feet so we can put a slip knot on this piece of the cordage. Now, if you put the knot too close to here, you're going to have problems because the knot is going to go right up against the tree trunk, and when you start to really tighten it down, you'll have trouble. So back off in the field about 1.5 to 2 feet. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go a little bit closer and just show you how to get the slip knot on here. So you're going to go right over left, just like that. You're going to take the working end, stick it right through here. Okay, and then you're going to take the working end and the standing end and just hold on to it and just pull this through. And that's going to give you your slip knot. Alright, so that's the same slip knot that we just made. I just moved it further down that way and I reduced the size of the loop. Next, you're just going to wrap it around the tree trunk and you're going to thread the working end right through that loop. Now this is where the magic happens. We're going to use that loop to really crank down on the cordage, and that's what gives us leverage, almost twice the amount of pressure. So as you're tightening it down, see how it's just going, ooh yeah. Now the next step is to tie this off. Alright, so here's the first method I learned for tying off a trucker's hitch. So once you're done tugging on this thing and you're satisfied with the amount of twang you got on here, you're going to pinch down right on here. So these two pieces of cordage, you're going to pinch it real hard. Don't let that tension go. Now with the working end, you're just going to throw it over both sides like this. So it's going to look like that. I'm going to hold it with my middle finger. The next step is to get this portion up through here. Alright, so you're going to kind of just tuck it in like that and then pull it up through the top like this. And you can see how it's kind of making this little knot here. So the goal is to get this over here. Now from this point, all you're going to do is you're going to pinch this with your fingers on this side and just keep pulling with that. And that's going to tighten up the knot on that area that you just tied off on there. And that's method number one. Now you can sneak a toggle in through here, a tent stake or a stick, and tighten it down so that won't go anywhere. So when you're ready to release it, you just pull out the toggle and away it goes. Alright, so the second method is my most favorite because we're going to use the slip knot as a self-tightening device. So as we crank down here, you see how it kind of loosens itself out here? What we're going to do is take the working end and thread it through that loop again that we made with the slip knot and just thread it through. And we got to make sure that the second time we go through that it stays underneath the first time. So let me zoom in on that so you can see what I'm doing. All right. So here's that first time we went around here. Here's the second time. Now you can see as we start to tighten it, the tension just keeps cranking down right here. And we don't lose any tension on the rest of the ridge line. Now to tie it off, you're just going to make a little loop like this. Let me back out here. Yep. Going to make a loop like that. And then we're going to stick it right down in this area. Okay. Now as it's dangling down here, we're going to grab it from here, bring it through, and then bring it up through here. Okay. right like that. And basically we're tying it off just like the other trucker's hitch method. And we're going to dress it up just a little bit here. And then just like the other method, if you want to use a toggle, get my pinky in through that side, you can just tighten it down, and then with the disconnect, you just take out the toggle, pull it this way, and then to release the tension on there, you yank like that, and then everything comes apart. And that's pretty much it. You got a bowline, a slip knot, and then a tie off, and then just stretch that baby across as tight as you can. And the quicker you can put this up, the quicker you can do like a lean-to shelter, maybe an A-frame, you can do a teepee, or even get it shaped like a diamond when you're flying a tarp. But that's how you tie a trucker's hitch. Guys, that's the ending of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give it the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to Chemo 365, please do. And remember, I'll catch you guys later.